Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to Sandy Bay. You know, you got to be careful what you wish for in this life. I said I wanted to start a genuine wool empire. All right. It's day 3 of spring. No, we're not going to have this kind of wool production all year. Day 3 of spring, and we've got 20 some pallets of wool and more over here a cooking. So this will be task 1. We're going to take this rig down and sell our wool. I don't know where the wool sell point is yet, so we'll need to find that. I do have the traffic turned off. We're not going to risk being rammed. So that is task number 1. Task number 2, when we get back, we're going to throw some seed in this here cedar that we've leased over there behind the Class 900, and we're going to send it out yonder to field 2 and field 1. Those were the fields last episode that we were subsoiling and spreading fert in, or injecting fert in. Those 2 are done, so they can take seed now, and I'd like to get some canola in there today, or at the very least tomorrow, so that it can begin growing before the third of spring. And then our last goal of the day, our last task, we always have 3 things we want to do. When the JCB gets back, we're going to put our sprayer on it, and then we're going to use the hose mod, the hose system mod, fertilizer hose function, and we're going to fill our sprayer from one of our fertilizer ICBs. That is the goal. We always have 3 tasks. We typically get to 2 of them because of reasons. So, goal number 1. Let's figure out where we sell this wool. And let's see if anything jumps out at us. The spinnery. Okay, not too far. If we go, let me see, if we go out the front gate and to the left, and then another left, and down here, it looks like it's back in this sort of port complex, dock complex. All right, I'll take it. We've got, it's 11, we got 21 pallets on here. I don't even know what wool sells for. I've got the pricing set to difficult. I think I do. And if that's the case, we might get like 4,000 or 5,000 euro for this wool. That would make me very sad. But hey, man, we're on. Oh God. All right, feeling the weight. We are on hard mode, and we're trying to play realistically. So, like I said, be careful what you wish for. Traffic is turned off, but just the same, we'll go through the motions there of taking a look and being safe. So what else is going on? I did download the ITS Driveliner mod. Now, in our last episode from Charwell, before we sort of abandoned that map, I did seed a field with tram lines. I really like tram lines. I know some people don't, and I got a comment from somebody even saying, take the lines out. I prefer tram lines. I think they really add some realism, and I just like the look of them. I think that's a very authentic and accurate look in farm country to see fields with tram lines for sprayers. The only problem is there's been nothing as good as ProSeed for FS19. ProSeed works so well in 17, and I'm really curious why it was not carried over. I assume there's some difference in the code, in the way 19 operates versus 17, but what a great mod. It was very simple, it was very intuitive, and it really gave you a nice look for tram lines. So I tried the ITS Driveliner mod, and I did not have good luck with it. I don't fully understand it. It's one of those mods where I feel like I'm doing it wrong, and I'm really fighting to keep this thing on the correct side of the road. I don't want to bounce it. I don't want to wrench the wheel and flip the thing over. So we're just being very, very cautious here. So yeah, I think we're going to have to, unfortunately, forego tram lines in 19. And playing 19 and 17 back to back, I really am struck by how much of a sim 17 sort of evolved into with all the mods, and how 19 feels more like a game, which is not the worst thing. That's not terrible. But I think 19 is more of a game you just kind of play and have fun and don't really worry as much about realism. Now, we're trying to play sort of realistically, but I feel like the realism mods just did not make their way to 19 the way they did to 17. So that works out. It works out for us. We've got one kind of, I don't want to say a serious map, but the Western Shore in 17 is, it's more of a sim. And Sandy Bay here in 19 can be more of just a fun farm game that we play. Nothing to complain about either one of them. I like 17 better, but 19 has its moments, we must admit. So we will get this sold. We'll head back up there and let me see. Yeah, we are going to plant canola because we can. I think it's almost a default. It's one of the first crops that you can plant when you use seasons, as far as like on the calendar. It's one of the first things that you can get into the ground, and it's typically something you make decent money for. So I think, well, this just loops around, does it not? Okay, so we can go down here and turn to the right. We don't need to worry about getting lost back there because it is just a... That's not a cul-de-sac, is it? That's just a loop. Cul-de-sac is a dead end with a little thing at the end, is it not? Oh. Or whatever this is. This is where we're going. Yeah, I can really feel the weight. That's interesting. Physics in 19 is, you know, sort of basic. So it's nice to be able to feel the weight. Back in here. Let's risk it. We'll head in here, and if it's not here, then we'll just leave this thing running, hop out, and walk around and see if we can find... Yeah. Although we can... No, we cannot get out that way. Okay. So let's hold the brakes on until the parking brake applies. And we cannot get out this way. Okay. So it may be... Let's head out here. It may be right around here. And it is. Okay. Easy enough. I know I'm walking on the sidewalk here. These awnings look not quite to scale. So, yeah, I was worried about bumping my head. There, I admit it. I don't know if you do that when you game. I don't know if there's any part of you that, like, it sort of carries over into your real world, even though you know you're playing a game. You know, it's like flinching when you get a jump scare in a survival horror game. Right, so we'll back up here a little bit, back out and around to the right. Not back out. I mean, we'll head back out onto the road here and to the right. And we'll see what we got. We got 88, call it 8,900 euro. Let's see how we do after we sell this. And I don't know, I've got interactive zone markers turned off, so I don't know exactly where the trigger is, but we'll find it. That's a nice animation with the forklift moving. It's a nice animation, but unfortunately we need to wait for him to get the hell out of the way. Sir? Oh, is there anything around the corner here? Ah, this looks a little more promising as we drive into the grass. Yeah, let's just cut this fool off and see if we get anything here. How about right back there? That looks like it has potential. Right back there. We can jackknife this thing in. Forklift guy is, I have to say at this point now, he's making me a little uncomfortable. Sir? Take straps off. Straps on, straps off. That doesn't matter. All right, I give up. Let's find it. So if we go here, interactive zone markers on. And not seeing it. Is it back around the other side? Perhaps over here? Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, wouldn't you know it? I would have guessed loading dock. Shows you what I know. So, right around here. And I guess we can just stuff this thing right in here. All right. Want to be backing up. There we go. Couldn't find the gear. Oh, it's a comedy of errors right now. We can't get ourselves together. All right. Once more. There we go. There we go. That gets all of it. All right. So we had 8,900. So that would be 1,000 and 14, 15. So about 16,000. I don't know what that works out to. It's not great, but you know what? I'll take it. It's definitely more than we had before. We already own the sheep. They're going to make more sheep all on their own. So we don't need to buy any more. We've got plenty of grass to feed them. We just need to mow it, get it baled up for them. But I think we're going to be okay money-wise. And we'll sell canola. We've already got our cedar leased. The only thing that we'll need to lease to get that out of the ground, concentrated, look at both ways. The only thing that we'll need to lease further for the canola will be a combine harvester. And then, of course, we'll need to lease mowers and a rake and various other things for the grass. But you see what I'm getting at. We don't have to spend a whole lot more money this year on our wool empire. So that's a good thing. All right. All right. So back up the hill to the farm. How we doing on time? Let's get to a straight piece of road here. 12 minutes. Perfect. We'll get the cloths. Oh, why is this thing floating all over? It's feeling a little floaty. We'll get the cloths going. And then swap over and hook up those hoses. I found that sort of accidentally. I was looking in the sprayer section when we bought our sprayer. And all the way down at the end, I saw that hose. It's called a fertilizer hose. I couldn't imagine what else it was for. So I did look around a little bit and find the fittings on the IBC and also on the sprayer itself. So that's a nice touch. It's one of those things that when you see it, you wonder why it's not in base game. Like tram lines, I have to say. And the thing that's great about it is you don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can just pull the sprayer right up next to an IBC and fill it, right? The sort of, virtual fill. Fill it like you always do. You just pull it next to something and it magically moves itself into the implement or into the tool or into the sprayer or whatever. So you can do that if you want to. But if you're looking for that little bit of extra realism, you can use the hoses if you want. I would love to see things like that in base game. I really would. All right, around here, we'll get this thing, just to be good, responsible farmers, we'll go ahead and get this parked up properly. And then we'll flip around and drop our weight. And I guess while we're in the garage, because I dumped the sprayer in that little garage behind us. While we're here, let's go ahead and get that hooked up, and then we'll drive over to where those tanks are. We'll be that much closer. Right. Here. Carefully, so we don't slam into the wall. Right there. Beautiful. Drop this weight. Ooh, almost too close. And now back here. I don't like that. Didn't quite line up. That thing looks like it kicked sideways when I dropped it off. So let's square up a little bit better. In fact, we could even, zoom in a little bit. That makes things easier. All right, so there's that. And now this one. Is that, hang on. Oh. Is that the Spitfires? No, Just the regular biplane. There are 3 Spitfires that fly over in formation periodically. I don't know if you've seen them yet if you're playing this map. I've seen them once. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Next. Yeah, let's get this thing opened up. Let's get the covers off it. Now, it will take fertilizer, but we're only going to put seed in it. Because we just fertilized those fields or just injected fertilizer into them, I'm pretty sure that they will not take fertilizer until something has happened to them, whether they've been cultivated, seeded, something. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, if we were to put fertilizer in here, it would just be wasted. So we will do that, and we will do that. There we are. Brake is set. Let's go hop in the Scorpion and find ourselves some seed. I'm only going to put 1 pallet of seed in here. There's no need to mess around filling that thing. I believe it holds 3,000 liters, but we're not going to put 3,000 in it right now. Let's just get it to work, get it put to work, and then we'll come back off camera and fill it the rest of the way up as we need to. Right. And these consumables, I don't think these will live here. I think I just put them in here to get them off the trailer so we could load it with wool. But I have to find a better home for these. I think it's not really, it doesn't make sense. This is a place to park vehicles, not a place to store chemistry and seeds and that sort of thing. Right there. Nope. Just one. Just one. There we go. Better. All right. And I suppose we'll come at this thing from the left, yeah, the uphill side. It makes sense, and also the way the lid is sort of angled there. All right. Now, I think if we boom out here, I think we can get this out over that. Can we not? Yeah, I think we can. I hope we can. You think? And is it? Seems to be that one. Okay, it is on that side. It's on the other side. Can't tell. Okay, it is on this side. All right. So it is on the right. We'll know for next time. All right. Filled up fairly quickly. And I'm also, we've got crop destruction turned on. We've got everything turned on as far as realism. So I want to see what happens as we drive across this little meadow here, whether or not we knock the grass down. It is first growth stage right now. There we go. Find out in a minute. All right, so we'll close those. Fold that. And try to stay along the edge here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to crush that yet. It's not tall enough. All right. So drive down our little track here. Time, 19 minutes. I think we're doing okay. All right. So far, so good. I don't know what kind of code would be required to have animals that escape if you leave the gates open. I mean, ideally it would be animated, and you'd have to chase them around and bring them back. But I think even if you just had some type of a timer where the longer a gate was open, the more of a percentage of your livestock disappeared, I wouldn't mind seeing that. All right. So now this one, and we'll go over to field 2. I've been starting on that one because it doesn't have any power poles. It's just easier to work in there. And then I'll do this other one, field 1. I'll do it off camera. All right. Last gate. Done. Here we go. And I think, yeah, this does hold 3,000 liters, and we have 4 pallets. So when this one is empty, when the single pallet that we put in here for 1,000 liters, when that empties out, then we'll take it back to where we have everything sort of stored. We'll take it back there and top it off with the other 3 pallets, and that'll fill it. And I believe that'll be enough. Hopefully that'll be enough to finish whatever we don't have done when we take it up to refill it. Right around there. There we are. All right. Course play. Let's see what we got. So we'll get rid of this one. And we are fertilizing and seeding. Course generation. Field 2. Let's do it like that. This thing is 9 meters. We don't have any islands. And again, it looks like there's an offset. But I didn't put an offset in. No offset there. No offset there. No, I think that's just a trick of the eye. Yeah, when you zoom in a little bit, it does reveal itself to be correct. It just, I don't know why that is when you look at it on the other map. Ooh. When you look at it on the other map, that it seems to be offset. I don't know. All right, so we'll get down here. Let's get rid of this. Turn these on momentarily. Speeds are still good. That's all good. We'll let this run a couple cycles just to confirm that everything is working properly. About like there. You can turn these off now. First waypoint, activate. There you go. All right. Seems to be doing okay. And we are putting canola, right? Beautiful. And now we got to run all the way across these fields. Hey, you know we don't tab. We're going to run all the way across these fields, hop in the JCB, hook up those hoses quickly, get the tanks full, and then next episode we will be spraying, at the very least we'll be spraying grass. We may possibly be spraying these fields if they've sprouted by then. I don't think they will be. Up and over. All right. It's a good looking map. And 19, I like the skies in 19. I like that they are sort of generated skies rather than just textures, images. I don't know how you would describe the way the sky is represented in 17. It's mostly just a picture of a sky. But for the clouds to be active and do the things they do. And they got some things right in 19, I have to admit. There are some other things that swing and a miss, but they got some things right. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Yeah, that's all we got left today. And now I need to remember where I left my fertilizer hose. I know where it is. I remember now where it is. All right. Fortunately, we weren't that far. I mean, we were a little far, but we weren't that far. All right. The hose is right over here. There it is. And I've done this a couple times. It's a little tricky. And I also noticed that one of the one of the commands to, I believe it's the command to attach the hose, is also the command to get in a vehicle. And I know for, hang on, let's get this hooked up first. There we go. Oh, saw it. It was there, it went away, there it is. If you're using a slurry sprayer, if you're using the, and where's our fitting here? Is it there? Is it on the other side? I think it's on this side. Yeah, it's right there. If you're using the slurry tools, the slurry hoses, sprayers and that sort of thing, those are typically bigger and they're sort of far away. They're far removed from the tractor. Whereas these sprayers are, right sort of next to the tractor. Does that make sense? The place where you would be standing when you hit the X button, this isn't working at all. There's a little divot right there. That's better. So in other words, when we try to hook this thing up, we're going to be standing right here, which may be in the trigger for the tractor itself. So when we hit X to connect the hose, it's going to put us in the tractor. Whereas with a slurry sprayer, when we hook that hose up, we're going to be standing back here, nowhere near the trigger to get in the tractor. Make sense? I mean, I'll take it. And it's easy enough to go in and reprogram this command so it doesn't do that. But for now, it's one of those things. All right, we're going to pick this up. And when we come over here and we fish around a little bit, where is it? Give it. Give it. I know I found it before. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Did I mention it's not a perfect system? Oh, we had it right there. There it is. And that does jump us into the tractor. All right, but looking out here now, I mean, it's very cool. It's not perfect, but it's very cool. I do like it. I liked it in 17. I like it in this one. We want to select the front. We want to... We just want to fill. All right, there's the front. So now we're going to hop out here. And again, when we detach this, it's probably going to jump us into the vehicle. All right. Detach hose. Back out of here. Don't hit the wood pile. And this one is on the other side, is it not? I don't remember where this one is. We'll find it momentarily. So now we back this thing in here like so. All right. And this one is it over here? I think it's on this side. Or is that it right there? We'll find it. All right. We can pick this thing up. Pick it up, I said. There we go. And we are somewhere. Oh, that was easy. All right. And once again, it jumped us into the tractor. And we want this on... That's on fill as well. Okay. There isn't... you can transfer. You can actually move liquid from the sprayer back into the IBC rather than just unloading and having it jump into a new IBC that's sort of generated. All right. So that is that one. And you know what? Let's... where are we at? Yeah, that's 30 minutes exactly. Let's just go ahead and call it right there. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it is fun. And it is a cool little detail that's... grab it, I said. Sir, I don't want to attach it. I mean, I guess we could attach it over here. No. I know. It's... God. Ah. And we're clipped in. What the hell? Ah. So if we take this off of here, good grief, and then just carry it. Golly. That was easy. All right, fertilizer hose system. Piece of cake. But now this thing has 2,000 liters in it. Let's hop in here. And we'll take it down to, at least toward our grass pasture. Both of our grass pastures. And next episode we'll get started spraying these and see how we do. And that, it's interesting. Why is that, all right. So it was still filling. Yeah, it's not a perfect system. The hose system, as in 17, it's not a perfect system. It was still filling when that IBC got to 0. The IBC despawned, and yet the pump was still on. And that's why we were not getting any horsepower. Okay, well, hey, you know what? Work in progress, aren't we all? Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is Sandy Bay, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.